Good afternoon and welcome to Cider Park in Germantown, Maryland, for this afternoon's game between the Milwaukee Dutchmen and the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers. At this time, we will introduce the starting lineup and batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Dutchmen. Batting first, the first baseman, number 5, Deep Harris. Batting second, the shortstop, number 11, Kuhn McMunch. Batting third, the third baseman, number 23, Nello Buthroth. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 59, Joey Bread. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 45, Chesty Squiders. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 28, Bustles Muxon. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 14, Baby Marjulius. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 2, Ben Sex. And batting ninth, the pitcher, number 88, Matt Moon. And let's hop to it. It's the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers. Here they are taking the field for this afternoon's game. The first baseman, number 1, Hubie Guzel. The second baseman, number 27, Cook Can Lloyd. The shortstop, number 2, Jake Steakhouse. The center fielder, number 5, Grumbly Parker. The right fielder, number 41, Truss Grundleson. The third baseman, number 3, Dollop O'Daisy. The left fielder, number 8, Boulevard Rocket. The catcher, number 14, Piano Legs Johnson. And taking the mound, the starting pitcher for your Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers, number 59, Greasy Neaton.
Hey, good afternoon to you all. This is Lou Fudgewick. You're listening to WFBR, Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, Maryland, and all those in between. This is the radio station for you and the radio station for your baseball team. Their first ever season in the Continental League here in the year 1921. The Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers, 2 games behind the league-leading Philadelphia Brown Trousers. That being said, they take on the Milwaukee Dutchmen, who are in the same position, 14-10, both teams. The aces on the mound today, Greasy Neaton for the Grasshoppers. 2-3 record, 4.54 ERA, 25 strikeouts. This is his 7th start, and he's going to give up a lead-off double to Deep Harris of the Milwaukee Dutchmen to get things started. Here is Kuhn McMunch finding himself back in the side in Milwaukee. He's batting .231 this season, off pace. From his career average of .289, second season in Milwaukee. Going to pop that one high up into the air into left field. Boulevard Rocket makes the catch for out number 1. Deep Harris will stay at second base. Here's Nello Buthroth. Nello Buthroth moving to third base. They change in the lineups for the teams. We are now in game number 25 of our 90-game season. Boy, does it move fast. The good news for the Grasshoppers is that so far they seem to have the number of their opponents. They are 3-0 against the Milwaukee Dutchmen, and that is Deep Harris caught in a rundown. Cook Can Lloyd back to Greasy Neaton, and a good wind sprint. Gets the fielder choice for out number 2. Does put Buthroth on first base. But here comes Joey Bread, who has had quite the season. His career average has spiked up to .301 as he's batting .361 this season. His 35 hits, 3 home runs, 11 runs batted in. That's going to be hit number 36. It's a line shot all the way to the warning track. Truss Grundleson has to field it, and it will in fact score the first run for the Dutchmen. An RBI double for Joey Bread. He's at the 12 this season. And it is 1-0 in favor of Milwaukee. This brings up Chesty Squiders, 5th batting order, .308 this season. He's going to line that one ground ball right to Truss Grundleson. Didn't have enough on it. It only moves runners to the corners. No one scores, so Squires is on first. Joey Bread now on third. And with 2 outs, this is Bustles Muxon. He's averaged .299 this season. He's a career of .302, so he's been right on par with his average. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's going to smash that one. Oh my goodness, that might be well out of it and onto the highway here in Germantown, Maryland. That is to industry. That is a 3-run home run. It's now 4-0 in favor of the Milwaukee Dutchmen here in the top of the first. And Greasy Neaton still needs to get himself out of this inning. He faces Baby Margilius, the catcher. The Dutchmen really know how to put the bat to the ball. That's going to be a single for Baby Margilius. And we go down to the 8th batsman this inning. 8th in the order, it is Ben Sex. He's averaged .243. He smashes that one high and in fair territory, off the wall here in Cider Park. And he's on with a double, and it's the pitcher spot, the pitcher making an appearance before even taking the mound. It's Matt Moon who lines that one, and it's off a glove. It does score a run. Dalip O'Daisy could not get it. It is an RBI single for Matt Moon, 5-0. The Dutchmen are hammering it away as Deep Harris for the second time. That's off the wall. Another run scores. Harris has now 2 doubles, 1 RBI in the first inning. And they are batting around here in Cider Park. This is an absolute disaster of a first inning for the Grasshoppers. McMunch makes contact. It falls into the glove of Truss Grundleson, and mercifully we end the top of the first. It is 6-0. A home run from Bustles Muxon, scoring 3 of those runs. That home run brought to you by Industry Brand Colognes, Perfumes, and Fragrances. Why smell like anything in the world when you can smell like the clean, fresh scent of Industry, found wherever smells are sold? Well, taking the mound is Matt Moon, 0-2 this season. He's going to get Hubie Guzel leading off with a strikeout. Guzel back into the side, even though his average is not shown to be on par. Coke Can Lloyd, first pitch, will hit it right to Ben Sex, and that throws to Deep Harris in plenty of time for out number 2. Here is Jake Steakhouse, who for the Grasshoppers has had a fantastic season. 9 home runs so far, a .301 average. 21 career home runs, 9 of those came this season. 12 in all of last season where he played for the Debonaires. He's going to line out to Deep Harris. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and Greasy Neaton takes the mound. Yet again, after less than 10. Nello Buthroth hit into a fielder's choice to get things started. Greasy Neaton trying to find his form. And boy, does he need to. They gave up 6 runs as 11 at-bats in the first inning.
Take your base.
Starts off with a walk, the first walk of the game. Dutchmen have not needed help necessarily getting on base. The hits have done it, but here is Joey Bread starting things off with an RBI double. That is 1 and 2. And looks like the bullpen for the Grasshoppers will need to work some overtime, as that is already pitch number 41. And Bread is on with a single, 2 for 2 today. Moves Buthroth to second. No out so far. It's Chesty Squiders. And a single in the first. Hits it high into the air. Does it have the distance? It looks like it does. It's a home run to Industry. My goodness. It is 9-0 in favor of the Milwaukee Dutchmen. It is only the top of the second. Greasy Neaton remains on the mound. And I might as well tell you that as Bustles Muxon's going to pop it up into foul territory, Piano Legs Johnson behind plate. His first start of the season. As a pinch hitter, he's coming in, replacing Curtis Burgess as the catcher. Getting a look out there. He's one of the originals that was signed immediately to the Grasshoppers, so good option there. Margilius will ground it right to Neaton. Makes the throw to first. And here is Ben Sex with 2 outs. That doesn't make good contact. It goes right to Neaton, and he makes the play at second. Well, the Dutchmen are almost 2 times through the batting order. And we get started with Grumbly Parker, another one of the Grasshopper originals, a local that was signed immediately, did not make his way through the tryouts, the nursery league. I talked about finding himself down in Norfolk, didn't want to head that far south, and has been quite the batsman for the Grasshoppers. He is batting .351 this season in his rookie season. 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. He does pop it up to Poon McBunch for out number 1. We barely had a chance to talk about Math Moon. 0-2 record, 30 innings pitched. This is his 7th start, and he's going to strike out Truss Grundleson. That is his 29th strikeout of the season. His second season here in Milwaukee, played for the Lowlanders in 1920, went 0-2 in that season, but a 4.05 ERA and a good amount of strikeouts, 18 in those 4 games he started. Well, that's going to be another one. That's number 30 on the season, gets Dollop O'Daisy. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for the Grasshoppers. The Dutchmen starting things off, and it will be Math Moon leading off as the batsman. He pops it up on an 0-1 pitch. It's in foul territory, but Dollop O'Daisy is there. Gets underneath it and makes the catch. Third time around for Deep Harris. 2 doubles, an RBI to his name. Hits it on the first pitch and goes right into the glove of Boulevard Rocket. And a 1-2-3 inning would do wonders for Greasy Neaton's confidence. He's already given up 9 earned runs. Gets Poon McBunch jammed on that one. It goes into Grumbly Parker's glove. It's a 1-2-3 inning, and this crowd shows their appreciation for that. 9-0, 10 hits. We are only into the bottom of the third. The Grasshoppers need to find some momentum. At the very least, they do have plenty of innings in which to do it. It is only the bottom of the third. Boulevard Rocket hits it right to Deep Harris. Takes 2 steps on the bag. It's 1 away. Piano Legs Johnson has had 2 at-bats, 1 hit from it. This is third career at-bat, giving the rookie a good chance. And he will swing and a miss. That is a strikeout to Piano Legs Johnson. And it brings up Greasy Neaton, or will it? It will. He will stay in this game. Hits it off the glove of Math Moon. Can he outrun it? He cannot. It is a 1-2-3 inning. So the Grasshoppers have batted around after 3 innings. The Dutchmen have done that twice through. They're on their 3rd rotation of batsmen. 9-0 is the score. You're listening to WFBR. My name is Lou Fudgewick.
Nope, outside.
Radio programming from Baltimore to Washington and every city in between. This, of course, is the baseball team for Baltimore-Washington and every city in between. The Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers, and Nello Buffrott popped it up for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th. Joey Brett has a double and a single, 1 RBI to his name today. He's going to pop that up. It's going to drop into shallow left field. Boulevard Rocket is there to field it. Jake Steakhouse could not cover enough ground to get it. It is 1 on with 1 out. Here is Chesty Squiders, 5th in the order. Widers pops that one high up into the air. Does it have the length? It does. He hits it to industry yet again. A 2-run home run. The third home run hit today. And it is 11-0. Chesty Squiders has hit his 9th home run of the season, his second today.
Nope, that's high.
He is responsible for 5 of the 11 runs via home run. Well, 1 away, and Greasy Neaton now faces Bustles Muxon, who did hit a home run in the first. He has given up a home run in each inning. That is out number 2. He gets him to ground it out right back to the pitcher.
Inside.
Now baby Margilius
That's outside.
takes the plate. 1 for 2 today, a single.
Steve. That's down.
A 3-1 count for
Take your
Neaton.
base.
And he will walk for the second time a batsman. That is Margilius to first. And to Ben Sex, 1 for 2. Actually, every single... well, I take that. There are 2 batsmen for the Dutchmen who have not had a hit yet today. And actually, it's Hoon McMunch and Nello Butler. I was about to say it's 1, but it actually is 2.
Ball.
3-1 the count yet again. This crowd getting a little restless. Greasy Neaton at 72 pitches. That is going to fill up the count. He can get out of this inning. That would be good. Gets him. Swinging and a miss to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Neaton, his first strikeout today, 26 on the season. However, he gives up the 2-run home run to Chesty Squiders, brought to you by Industry Brand, colognes, perfumes, and fragrances. You have a young lady out with you,
Off the plate.
and she says, "My God, what is that intoxicating smell?" You say, "My dear, that's the smell of industry." Found wherever smells are sold. Well, QB Goozle gets on base with the first hit of the game in the bottom of the 4th. He's on with a single. Center field, Chesty Squiders is fielding it, and Math Moon has given up his first hit of the game in the bottom of the 4th. Well, you can't start a rally without a first hit. It was Coke Can Lloyd, 281 his average this season. 17 RBIs, 4 home runs. And that's going to be right to a diving glove of Hoon McMunch for out number 1. Line drive to the shortstop. Jake Stakehouse has been quite on fire lately. He hits it on the first pitch. It looks like it could potentially drop right into the glove of Chesty Squiders. 2 away. Not enough moxie on that hit. Stakehouse has been smashing them out of the ballpark a lot lately.
Foul ball.
Brumley Parker fouls it off down the third baseline for the first pitch.
Outside.
Just need something to go in the direction of the Grasshoppers. And that's going to be a ground out to Hoon McMunch. He makes the throw to Deep Harris in plenty of time. The 1 hit, the 1 runner stranded. It's Hubie Goozle stranded after his single. It is still 11-0. And Greasy Neaton will be done for the day. Out comes Warden Lobster. Warden Lobster has a 1-0 record, an ERA of 3.78. 4 saves to his name. Clearly not a save situation. But he does get the pitcher, Matt Moon, to pop up to Truss Grundleson for out number 1.
That's outside.
We head back to the top of the order here in the top of the 5th. The 4th at bat today for Deep Harris.
No.
The Milwaukee Dutchmen have been absolutely dominant in this game. There have been 3 home runs hit, 1 in,
That's foul.
well, 1 in the first, 1 in the second inning, and 1 in the 4th. And he's going to get Deep Harris to swing at that one for strike out number 1 for him today.
That's
And
down.
that is out 2 of the top of the 5th. Hoon McMunch 0 for 3. Hits it high and into left field. Should be easy for Boulevard Rocket. He makes the catch. And another 1-2-3 inning for the Grasshoppers. Or for the Dutchmen, excuse me. Created by the Grasshoppers. I suppose either way it is. Well, bottom of the fifth. Truss Grundleson. Average of 344 this season. 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in. He gets jammed and it falls into, well, he gets jammed and falls on Bread. Joey Bread with the catch in left field. Up. In left field, here is Dollop O'Daisy.
Nope, that's high.
O'Daisy, a former New Ohio Debonair. And that's going to be a ground ball to Hugh McMunch. Can he outrun it? He does outrun it. A single for Dollop O'Daisy. His 30th hit of the season. This is Boulevard Rocket, the left fielder for the Grasshoppers. Former Charleston Crow, he's going to hit it right to Nella Buckroth, but an error. Well, he reaches on an error, and that is going to be an error recorded by Nello Buckroth. An E5 for those of you scoring in your notepads at home. But for the Grasshoppers, it's an opportunity. Here's Pietro Legs Johnson. And he will strike out looking. That is strikeout number 5 today from Matt Moon. And Warden Lobster will in fact bat. Hits it right to McMunch and makes the play at first. Well, Lobster will take the mound yet again. He faces Nello Buckroth here in the top of the 6th. It is still 11-0. The Grasshoppers being shut out and blanked and confounded by Matt Moon, who has pitched outstanding baseball through 5 innings. Well, Buckroth is going to start off with a single, his first hit of the game. And he is now the 8th batsman for the Milwaukee Dutchmen to reach with a hit today.
Ball high.
So we've read 3 for 3. He's been an absolute star for the Milwaukee Dutchmen. He does get the first out of the inning by popping it up to Boulevard Rocket, the left fielder. And for the first time, Joey Bread does not make it to first. Chesty Squires, 2 home runs for him today. 5 runs batted in from those home runs. Has a single as well. He's batting 3 for 3 today.
Off the plate.
Help his average currently at 308.
Ball forward.
Closer to his career average of 326. He does walk to first. The runners on first and second for Buses Muxon, who has only just hit a 3-run home run in the first inning as well. Swing, and that's going to at least get into right field. Holding the runners is Truss Grundleson, so Muxon moves to first. It loads the bases with 1 out for Baby Margilius, 1 for 2 today,
Ball
with
high.
a walk and a single.
Strike.
1-1 the count, that is high for ball 2. That misses a diving Coke can Lloyd. That will score at least 1. It looks like they're going to go for 2.
Safe.
He is in with a sliding double, scoring 2 more runs. It is 13-0. The rout is on for the Dutchmen with 1 out.
That's low.
Ben Sex hits that well, but right into the glove of Boulevard Rocket. And that will be a sacrifice fly. It is 14-0. Ben Sex with the sacrifice fly. That will be his 5th RBI of the season. Here is pitcher Matt Moon. And a diving catch by Jake Stakehouse. Brings an end to the 6th inning. Well, the top of the 6th. We now sit at 14-0. The Milwaukee Dutchmen
Ball outside.
looking to get their first win against the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers this season. And they are doing it with emphasis. The Grasshoppers have won all 3 meetings with the Dutchmen so far this season. But never say die. Stranger things have happened here in the bottom of the 6th, and that will get things started. Yubi Guzul with his 2nd hit of the game. And only the 3rd hit of the game for the Grasshoppers.
Nope.
Coke Can Lloyd is
Inside.
0 for 2. Coke Can Lloyd
That's
is
inside.
0 for 2. Try that again. Faces a 2-2 count from Matt Moon. That will get past the dive of Deep Harris, finds the gap between first and second. And it'll be a single for Lloyd, his first hit of the game, and it brings us to Jake Stakehouse. Stakehouse is 0 for 2 today. He's a 301 average this season. With runners in scoring position, he does bat .333, so slightly better when he knows he can score some runs. Foul ball, so 0 and 2 the count.
Off the plate.
Pitch number 70 for Matt Moon here in the bottom of the sixth is a ball. He pops that one up, but it stays in play. And it's in foul territory. Margilius makes the catch. One out. One away. Well, Brumley Parker,
Nope, that's high.
351 average, but with runners in scoring position, he hits .429. And that's going to potentially score at least one run and get the 0 off the board for the Grasshoppers. Joey Bread has to field it. It will, in fact, score not just one, but 2 runs. A 2-run double from Grumbly Parker. His RBI count this season is now up to 18. And while the game might be out of reach, potentially,
That's down.
you do want to see good at-bats from the members of the team, individual efforts. And that's going to be to industry. Truss Grundleson only went and brings home Parker as well as himself. Truss Grundleson brings his RBI total to 15 and his home run total to 5. He hits it to industry. A home run for Truss Grundleson.
No.
Well, Dollarbo Daisy now sees a 10-run deficit. Still very cushioned for the Dutchmen, but again, you want to see. Well, Dollarbo Daisy will strike out looking. That'll be the second time he strikes out today, and for Matt Moon, that is strikeout number 6 today. Faces Boulevard Rocket, reached on ever his last at bat. It's going to be right to Nilla-Buthrat. And the play at first is in time to Deep Harris. So that will retire the side. After 6 innings, 4 runs are scored by the Grasshoppers in the 6th inning. It's 14-4. But again, we want to see some good individual efforts, some good plays made, some promise.
That's
To know that these players, again, a rough day can always happen. You want to see the offense coming along nicely. And, well, you don't need to ask for that twice for the Dutchman. That is Deep Harris on with a single, his 3rd hit of the game. And coming out is Warden Lobster for Shiwi Wanginger on the double switch with Rocky Cartonier. Who gets welcome to the game with a pop-up into left field. Gets Poon McMunch out. Well, Shiwi Wanninger has a 2-0 record, a 6.35 ERA. Has made 9 appearances. This is number 10, where he has pitched 17 total innings, 6 strikeouts in them. Gives up a single to Nilla-Buthrat.
out.
And Joey Bread will pop it up to Grumbly Parker. It does move. Deep Harris to 3rd, tagging up. This is Chesty Squiders.
Inside. Out.
And Squiders will ground out to Jake Stakehouse, makes the throw to Hubie Goozle, and that will do it for the top of the 7th. We get things going for, well, it will not be Piano Legs Johnson, it will be Pope Lactavius the 3rd, pinch hitting for Piano Legs Johnson.
Off the plate. Ball. High.
Lactavius has an average of .216 this season, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Played some good third base And he's going to get on base with, well, he's going to get extra bases. A double,
See.
a stand-up double to start the bottom of the 7th for the good Pope. And that will do it for Math Moon. In comes Jonathan Mushboy.
Steve.
Well,
Ball
6
high.
innings strong for Math Moon.
Girl. Nope,
Rocky
that's
Cop
high.
near at the top, at the bottom of the order. Hits it right into the Bothrot. Play is made. And that is one away. So we go to the top of the order. It's Hubie Goozle,
That's outside.
who has been the best batsman so far for the
That's outside.
Grasshoppers today with 2 hits.
Strike.
Swing and a miss. That's going to be a strikeout. Mushboy gets his 10th strikeout on the season. His first today. Bottom of the 7th, you're listening to WFBR. Radio for Baltimore, Washington, and all places in between. I'm Lou Fudgewick. This is the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers in their 25th game of this 90-game Continental League season, playing the Milwaukee Dutchmen. Coach Ken Lloyd will ground it right back to the pitcher, Jonathan Mushboy, who makes it through to Harris. And that is the end of the 7th inning. The Grasshoppers are trailing the Milwaukee Dutchmen in a battle for 2nd place.
Steve.
And in comes Curtis Burgess at catcher.
Outside.
Weininger has to face Bustle Smuxon at the first at-bat. Gets him to pop up to Grumbly Parker in center field. Weininger, along with Greasy Neaton, another one of those, and Grumbly Parker, those originals that were signed directly to the Baltimore-Washington team. Talent and their prowess was seen and recognized. And Baby Margilis is going to hit it. Well, that's going to hit to industry. My goodness me. Margilius hits his 2nd home run of the season. It is now 15-4 in favor of the Dutchmen. That's the 4th home run hit today.
Foul ball.
And with 1 away, the top of the 8th, it is Ben Sex, who's going to be on with a, well, looks like it might be extra bases. It goes right to Grumbly Parker. Tries to catch in at second. What a throw. Almost had him at 2nd. It's a double for Sex. Mushboy attempts to bunt, does not get a good sacrifice bunt in, and keeps Sex at 2nd. So 2 away. Deep Harris, first pitch, first swing. And Steakhouse to Goozle for out number 3. Well, Jake Steakhouse will take on Jonathan Mushboy here in the bottom of the 8th, and the Grasshoppers find themselves down by 11.
Nope, that's high.
In a game they have always found themselves chasing. Steakhouse smashes that one. Oh, he hits it to industry. What a first hit of the game. A big home run by Jake Steakhouse. His 10th of the season. It is 15-5, but this Baltimore-Washington Grasshopper crowd at least has something to cheer for.
That's down. Steve. Ball high.
Grumbly Parker has a 2-run double. His last at bat, he will ground out. Nello Buthrot through to Harris, plenty of time. And the other home run today was hit by the Grasshoppers by Truss Grundleson. His only hit of the game was a 2-run home run.
Off the
It
plate.
was his last at bat, so we'll see if he can replicate that. 2-1 the count.
Nope. inside.
3-1. That one was inside. Umpire.
Nope, ball 4.
And Grundleson will walk to first. Runner on. For Dollop O'Daisy, 2 outs. O'Daisy has a single today. Hits that one well, but right into the glove of Joey Bread. So I stand corrected that it's actually only out number 2. Well, Fixed Rate Mortgage will come in as the pinch hitter. Comes in for Shiwi Wanginger. Batting .286 this season, only 7 at-bats. Was drafted by the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers, came after 2 years spent at the Boston Ruffians. A career average of .264 for him. And he's going to hit right to Ben Sachs. And that is out number 3. Mario Foundwood comes in for the top of the 9th. And we'll start by facing Poon McMunch. 0 for 5 from McMunch. Not a good way to showcase his first game back in the starting lineup for the Dutchmen. But they have not needed much from him as he will go 0 for 6. Hits it right back to Foundwood. Another Buthrat, 2 hits today, 2 singles and a walk. He'll make that 3. He's on with another single. 3 consecutive singles in his last 3 at-bats. Mario Foundwood making his 16th appearance for the season. He's 2-2 on his record. .477 is his ERA. 18 strikeouts from 17 innings pitched. And only 1 save to his record. Joey Bread's going to make his 4th hit of the game. It is, in fact, another single. Runners on first and second.
That's outside.
And we see Chesty Sliders make his... And that's to Lloyd, to Steakhouse, to Goozle. Up Fancy Dan to end the inning. That Fancy Dan double play brought to you by Fancy Dan Follicle Products. Put more fop in your coif with Fancy Dan. They have styling salves, gelatin-based hair treatments, crimping powder, and of course your cream-based
Ball inside.
Ointments. All the creams, salves, and ointments you can use
Nope, that's low.
to get your hair to shimmer, sheen, glimmer, and gleam. Don't be a Mitchell, be a Fancy Dan. Well, bottom of the 9th, a 10-run deficit for the Grasshoppers, and his 1 away with Curtis Burgess.
That's down.
Popping it up, here is Rocky Cottonier. A 1-1 pitch pops it up as well.
You're out.
And Ben Sex makes the catch. Food Thoyd will come in for the final out.
Nope, that's high.
Mush Boy going through
Low.
nearly 3 whole innings.
Steve.
A 2-1 count for QB Goozle. Right to Thoyd, cannot get his glove on it, recovers and makes the play at first. And that is, my friends, the final out of the game. It never was in question, was it, ever since that start of the game? But nonetheless, we press on. The final score of that one, the Milwaukee Dutchmen 15 runs from 21 hits. The Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers 5 runs from 8 hits. The box score will be found in your afternoon newspapers tomorrow. The win goes to Math Moon. Math Moon, who of course will improve to 1-2, get the first win on his record. Greasy Neaton drops to 2-4, getting the loss, only going 4 innings strong, giving up 11 earned runs. And we thank our friends at the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, bringing fresh hand-rolled cigarettes grown in the fabled tobacco roads of the Carolinas. They are the sponsor for this, the finest standees of this, and every game of the 1921 Continental League season. The third finest standee of the day is Bustle Smuckson. Went 2 for 5 with a home run, 3 RBIs. Baby Margilius going 3 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs is the second finest standee, but who else could it be but Chesty Squiders going 3 for 5. 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in. He is the finest standee of the day. Brought to you by he gets a complimentary carton of Honey Wheat cigarettes. Brought to you by the Honey Wheat Tobacco Company, humbly requesting that you smoke wheat every day. Well, these two teams will do battle yet again in 2 days' time on the 3rd to complete this series, the rubber match, as the teams have split one apiece in this series. But Baltimore has the season series lead in the season series 3-1. On the mound for the two teams will be Savid Bowie for the Dutchmen, whereas the Baltimore-Washington Grasshoppers will go to Aubrey Bona. Aubrey Bona on the mound for the next game. That, of course, will be in 2 days' time. All that action will be called for you by me, Lou Fudgewick, here on WFBR. Radio for Baltimore, radio for Washington, and radio for everywhere in between. And we hope you join us again. Here from Germantown, Maryland, Cider Park is the place. I'm Lou Fudgewick. And don't go too far, we're just a hop, skip, and a jump away.